I this is just gonna piss me off so much watching this asshole.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you there. I had to mentally prepare for this.
The this entire culture, or I don't know if I'd say culture, but this trend that's been going on for the past couple of years of just generally being a societal nuisance and using that as a way to chase clout and gain views and make money. I think Jack Dougherty or whatever, however you say his name, that's how he got
Oh,
famous, right? And
yeah.
became a millionaire doing that. And that kid is also an asshole.
Yeah,
Um,
they're I don't know how you fix it, but that's one of those things because I could argue like they have to be violating laws in some way. And they
oh,
can
they for
just
sure are, right?
right. So but once they're doing something like that, like being a public nuisance, there should be a way to just cut their profit generation. Like I blame these platforms for allowing them to make money off of doing this stuff. Like, you know,
Yeah, I
with
mean, I think I think it's multi pronged, right? It's shame
for
on the
sure.
people consuming the content, right? That are supporting the ad revenue and buying their merch and all of that stuff.
Right.
So there, the platforms are continuing to enable it, though. From a If you can ban people for disagreeing about vaccines, I think you can ban. You should be able to legally ban people for breaking the law and doing just preposterous stuff. And then third, I think what you really need to have happen is you need the government to be willing to go and prosecute these people and put them in
Yes.
jail and have them actually face real world consequences for their actions, as opposed to just, okay, maybe this guy, he's gotten jumped a couple of times, which he doesn't really seem to care about. These people need to actually face real world consequences and
Yep.
spend time in jail, sometimes, hopefully, maybe even years, depending on what it is. Otherwise, when it
Well, they need to
happens, as you
be
see a
made an
Jack
example.
Dougherty or you see Johnny Somali get away with this and make a bunch of money, that then spurs on other people and inspires
Hmm.
other people to go and do the same thing. And they go, oh, well, if I had to go do all this, I can go make a bunch of money and there's going to be no repercussions for it, is the
Right.
issue.
And so that's why I was saying like as long as the platforms enable it, when you have a population of 400 million people just in the US alone, out of 400 million people, you're going to have a couple people who are going to do this.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I'm not fully aware of all of this stuff that he's done. You've kind of told me a little bit about it. I haven't seen any of it yet, so this will be a new experience seeing what Johnny Somali has been up to around the world, breaking laws and being a nuisance.
Yeah, I'm
Watch as he
mentally ready.
gets we're going to watch this probably to the end. I'll fast forward a little bit, but this is him getting kicked out. This is part of the clip that you saw. This is the part you guys have seen the clip of. The full makes it work.
I'm just going to note this is 5 hours in to a video, number 5 on his channel.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be a huge nuisance to have that much content.
It's also
하고
what?
싶어하는 아이들과
I tried to call
소통하고
Bong
싶은
Monkey.
Watching 5 hours of this guy be a nuisance.
That's
I
that's what
think
I'm
this
saying.
is Korean,
Like,
right? So this is Korea, not the the Japan stuff he did.
아이들과 섹스하고 싶
Okay, let me actually fast forward real quick
we'll see.
because I want to get to the part where he's kicked out. Right? The speech, right?
Whereas he's
Children.
in a go kart.
Sorry, brother. Sorry. So ringtone. They keep calling me on the phone. Ringtone.
So he's playing the loud music. It's just blaring the text to speech around everybody.
They're trying to get me kicked out, bro. You already know what it is. He found me suspenders in YouTube. Hi. Oh, sorry. Ringtone. He was calling me on the phone. Bro, sorry.
아이머테일의 헤드건 셀프 3 밸런스 모두 건물에서 대피하세요.
They're trying to get me
저는
kicked out of
특권을
here,
가지고
bro.
있습니다.
So the text to speech.
What?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, you've got people donating to this guy too. Of course,
Oh,
it's
so
enabling. I mean, what?
because you don't know about this. So what he does is he has text to speech on his Bluetooth speaker, so people can donate to him while he's in public, and his speakers will play whatever they put in the text to speech. So people have in the past put bomb threats and stuff into his text to speech and even have countdowns and put sounds in there to make it sound like a bomb is arming. And he'll be in a public museum or something, and like literally you will see 50 plus people running and screaming from him. And it's like, how is he not in prison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that's just ridiculous. I mean,
we're only again
when you've got people who will swat streamers, I guess shouldn't be that big of a surprise, but
yeah. Yeah.
Speech never don't stop, right? They continue. They continue, and let's keep fast forwarding here. And once again, spamming out sexual stuff, and eventually they show up, right? So let me put it here. Eventually,
do not.
Eventually, hold on, it glitches a little bit. Sorry, let me get before this. Hold on, let me put it here. So he's screaming once again, yelling, screaming, and once again, sexual text-to-speech. They block off the ride because they're waiting for the security, right?
Oh my God.
I like the response here because I feel like if this was in the US, the employees would be equally yelling at him. Whereas South Korea, they're very much like, hey, isolate the problem and just basically give it minimal attention. I think I like their response so far. I don't know what more they could have done at this point to handle a guy like this.
Yeah, I think the issue with being in the U.S. too is that as an employee, a lot of times they're actually instructed to be to not do things because then you can get sued, and so
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Spamming sexual text-to-speech.
God. I have autism.
Yeah, so I guess this is why he's enabled, right? Is you've got people who think that what he does is hilarious and then do what you just described with the speaker thing.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there is a level of IQ involved with being like, wait, I can just put myself in bad situations and have people donate to make the situation worse. All he has to do is endure whatever they do.
And there's plenty of people who will pay a little bit of money, and you have enough people. If every 15 seconds you have someone send you a couple bucks, and you do this all day, every day.
Yeah, or like this one video is 5 hours long that this guy's reacting to. So this was probably a 5-hour long live stream. This guy could have made well over $1,000 in 5 hours doing this. That's ridiculous.
Trying to claim he has autism as a defense, right? It's not.
아이들과 섹스하고 싶다나는 아이들과 섹스하고 싶다나는 아이들과 섹스하고 싶다나는
Oh my God, this is say some crazy shit. Yo, so that's all right.
Here, the landing is the really part I want to. He screams. Fast forward because eventually, he screams a little bit more, goes away. But we'll play the ending here. The landing is the really part I want to show.
Run.
You good over there? This guy is annoying.
His face is still intact.
You guys scare me.
For the ending. Don't worry.
You guys scare me. You think I'm scare me? You think I'm
Claiming racism, his stream breaks up. But claiming racism.
I will go.
If you notice the comments in his video, they're basically trying to get him killed. Like, that's the goal, is to put him in a situation that's so bad. Like, look, they're calling him the Korean George Floyd. a lot of them are like, oh, finally, like they're gonna get you. Like,
He was in a really dark corner. I know where he was. It was like the reception's not good in there.
Stop chasing me, please. Please stop chasing me.
What I want to know is what has to occur in one's life and upbringing, or lack thereof upbringing, to lead someone to do and become this.
maidenless behavior.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, it's just like,
Yeah. No, this. But
Me.
this is.
They're
just
telling him to
touching-
turn off
we-
the stream. He doesn't do it.
We haven't
It's for my
seen
safety.
most of it.
yeah. I mean,
Chat, we gotta go.
Like streaming.
Oh, wow! What are you doing?
And
Okay, I go. Whoa, what? Whoa! Touch me. Oh.
so I want to skip it forward because there's
Again,
like the
dude, look at the chat. Did you see the chat when he was getting assaulted? I'm not even going to repeat some of the things they were saying, but like read the chat. BLM? What?
oh God.
I'm not saying
Wha-
that. With the speed of that's kind of funny. I can say that. With the speed of 1,000 Kenyans, he has to run. That's funny. That's actually pretty funny.
Oh my God, dude. What the heck?
Yeah, like these guys want him to die. Yeah, they're like they are happy when he's getting beat. I'm like, it's kind of dystopian, isn't it? Like, I feel like there's been a movie about this in the '80s where people are spending money to have people like.
It is. It's. I mean, you've got movies like Death Race, right? You've got.
Yep.
I'm reading a book right now called Dungeon Crawler Carl, where
I
the
remember-
entire
Oh,
universe.
yeah.
It's basically they go conquer planets. They strip them of all their resources, basically kill most of the population, and the couple million that survive, they create a dungeon video game like scenario that the whole universe watches, and they monetize this. I mean, we're talking quintillions of people watch
it's
this
a-
like it's
yeah.
a Twitch stream, and like there's these people fighting for their lives, dying. At this point in the book, I think there's like 180,000 human beings left.
Oh, wow.
Period.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember the big one from the early or maybe later, like 2000s was Untraceable, and it was a movie
Okay.
about he was basically, I wouldn't call him a vigilante, but what he was doing is he was kidnapping people and then he would kill them on live stream, but the more viewers he got, the more severe their lethal punishment was. So it
Mhm.
created a runaway effect of the more lethal it got, the more people tuned in. The more people who tuned in, the worse it got for the person. And it created a runaway effect. And the entire plot was about how people will watch and will participate in this type of stuff. And like we're kind of seeing this, except the person is live streaming himself dying.
Well, not dying, but yeah,
Well,
it's not at least
close
not in
to.
this clip.
It going to Israel and sexually assaulting female soldiers, I wouldn't call that trying to live very long.
Yeah, I am actually surprised he got out of that one intact. I mean,
There's a few people are like, why was he allowed to leave the country? It seems like a lot of countries are like, this guy's American. We just don't. They just
don't want
want
to have
him
to deal with
gone.
the political.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're like, we don't want the paperwork
Yeah.
on this guy. Just freaking hand him to another country or send him
Yeah.
back to America.
Let's see if we can find maybe another clip of his endeavors.
That's the thing he did, where South Koreans are like, we will find you. They went John Wick on him for this.
Dude, and the thing is, bro, like what
That
the
statue is a
comments are
13-year-old.
so sad. This is like so pathetic that people are like, are cheering and on.
The video of an American YouTuber who's been engaging
Why
in outrageous
always
acts
baby
such
oil?
as insulting the Statue of Peace and causing disturbances in convenience stores recently went viral online and sparked outrage in South Korea. The YouTuber was eventually booked by the police on Thursday. His name is Johnny Somali, a 24-year-old American man who makes money by uploading controversial actions on his YouTube channel. During his travels in Korea over the past month, Somali uploaded a video of himself kissing the
That's a
Statue of
13-year-old.
Peace in Itaewon and
That's a 13-year-old statue. Like, come on, dude. Like, I get that it's a statue. At least find an 18-year-old statue. So, like,
Oh,
Am I
great! Now you're
crazy?
trying to get us canceled too.
am I crazy? I'm saying if you're gonna molest a statue, don't molest a child statue. That's like this. Can we just start there?
I mean, you shouldn't molest any statue, but yes, it being a
I get
child
it.
statue does make it worse. Yes.
Yes, that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm sure there had to be a couple statues that weren't a child. I'm just saying the statue being a child did not help his situation here. You know?
I mean, I don't. There was nothing helping his situation here.
Yeah, but
What?
this made it worse.
performing a lewd dance in front of the monument. He also uploaded a video of himself pouring instant noodles on a convenience store table after an employee stopped him from drinking alcohol. As Somali's utter disrespect for proper behavior continued and criticism mounted, local police confirmed it was investigating.
That right there. That's all he needs to do. Is have a reaction like that, but let some actual men see him trying to taunt an old lady like that. And that's it. Society will take care of the problem, right? don't know
I
about you,
truly
but
actually
like-
am surprised he is still alive. I would have thought that one of the gangs or something in this region of the world would have just taken care of him by now, to be clear. Not that I'm
Well,
like supporting
that's
that behavior because I
kind
don't want
of-
YouTube to take us like down or us to get canceled or whatever, but that is honestly surprising to me.
I don't want to spoil it, but that is kind of what happens. Not a street criminal gang per se, but multiple groups of people work together to it's the only reason he's alive is because the police got to him. That's the only reason he's alive.
The Mapa police station in Seoul said it booked Somali on obstruction of business activities. It was also confirmed that charges have been filed against the American live streamer for assault and illegal drug use. He has since been banned from leaving South Korea. Meanwhile, a 20-something former Navy Special Forces
You know you messed up when the country's like, no, you can't leave. You're in here with me now. That's
Yeah.
when it's like, oh, I thought they were going to export me, but instead they just pulled an Uno reverse card. They want the smoke is basically what they're saying when they do that.
I hope our embassy does nothing for him.
So yeah. Also watch this next part. Yeah.
He has since been banned from leaving South Korea. Meanwhile, a 20-something former Navy Special Forces member who recently attacked Somali was arrested and questioned by police, although he was subsequently released.
So this video kept it out. So that special forces guy who finally beat, like he sent Somali to the hospital. Well, he got arrested, obviously, because, the police don't know what's going on here. All of his court costs got paid for by the South Korean community. And they also paid, while he's on bond, he's in a 5-star luxury hotel. That's all expenses paid. Again, the local people paid it.
Honestly, if he's just started a global GoFundMe, I think beyond South Korea people would support that. Yeah, no, I hope the U.S. government allows him to face the repercussions for his actions. I don't think being an American should abstain you from consequences and just allow you to act like a jackass anywhere that you go.
If I'm right, there was a part where he was getting in trouble and he kept trying to say that he has the right to free speech and stuff, and they're like, "You're in South Korea, my guy. The Constitution is not protecting you here. That's not how this works."
Yeah, and also the right to free speech isn't really the right to free speech. It doesn't give you the right to be a jackass, right? Like there are limitations, and what I mean by that is there are limitations on free speech, right? Always the extreme examples. You can't scream fire in a movie theater, right?
Yeah.
I think hate speech, which everybody has a disillusioned view of what hate speech means these days, but isn't allowed. So I believe I know there's a lot of stuff going around as to the circumstances around his legal case, how many charges are actually brought against him, which versus how many might get brought against him.
Mm-hmm.
I will be curious to see what he ends up actually being charged with, and I definitely want to see his trial, and I hope it ends up with him facing repercussions. Man, I really do, because this kind of behavior is not something that globally as a society we should tolerate.
Yeah. So also apparently the special forces guy sends him to the hospital. He goes to the hospital. Special forces guy he's enjoying his like luxury getaway now.
Doesn't he beats him up again after he gets out of the hospital?
I don't know if it's the same special forces guy. I think
but he gets beat up again after he gets beat up
literally
again.
Walking out of the hospital, he doesn't even make it to the street. Well, technically he makes it to the street, but that's because he is launched into the street. He gets beaten and they push him into the road.
Yeah, I'm curious psychologically, right? If he feels that he is immune to consequences, like they just won't happen to him, or if he just is truly, there's something in his brain where he doesn't think, like he doesn't care, right? It's inconsequential to him.
No, I think you're close. I legitimately think he has like 80 IQ. Like, not joking, he's in the 80s. He just has charisma. That's it. So he's able to talk and be, he's able to socialize a little bit. So he kind of looks like a normal person to a degree. But it ain't all working up there. And I think he actually just can't process like the full implications of everything he's doing. I don't think it's almost like you give a 11-year-old, like an 11-year-old juvenile delinquent, a smartphone and are like, hey, if you go stream yourself getting into trouble, you're going to make a bunch of money. This is exactly what happens. It's like his brain is fundamentally an 11-year-old. That's how I rationalize it. And I'm like, yeah, all of his behavior is 11-year-old delinquent behavior. It's like his brain hasn't progressed past that. I would be interested if they actually do brain scans on him and see if, like, did everything develop properly? Does he have a prefrontal cortex? Because that's what the cortex does. It helps regulate the decision making like that, weigh out consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
On the other side,
the downsides of everyone having a voice with the internet is that everyone has a voice in a platform, right? And so
yeah, no kidding.